Hey, what's up? I'm Adam Fields. I'm a freelance audio engineer and music producer in Austin, Texas, and I also own and operate an independent music label called Monumental Records. Yeah, the home studio is really convenient, and it's becoming more and more prevalent amongst audio engineers. You know, back in the old days where they would have to physically mail tapes to each other, it's so much easier to do everything now, and the home studio is just another example of that. I was lucky enough to have worked with a really well-known Tejano band named Tortilla Factory, and with them we've gotten 3 Grammy nominations, one of which is Latin Grammys. Didn't take any of them home, but of course everyone says it's an honor just to be nominated, and the experience was incredible. We didn't track most of the music here at my home studio, although we did track vocals here, and all my engineering work that I did for them was right here. One thing that you get in a big studio that you don't normally have in a home studio is control surfaces. Most of the time you'll be mousing around and using keyboard shortcuts on home studios, just because it's cost prohibitive to get those big consoles. They also don't tend to fit very well into a small home studio. So one solution to that is this Faderport, which is made by PreSonus. There's a couple different versions of this pretty much, but every brand has their own take on it. But I like this one. It's just one touch sensitive motorized fader. Now, you know, the big boards have 48 channels of these, but you can bank between your channels and go between tracks with a pretty simple to use interface here, and it also has a pan knob there. Full transport controls, so you know, it gives you a little bit of a sense of being in the studio, kind of a tactile interaction with the audio. Most guys with home studios really want a Neumann. You know, it's something that you pine after because they're one of the most respected brands in microphones in the world. However, they also carry a pretty hefty price tag, and the TLM 102 street price is $699, so it's a pretty affordable entry into a top-of-the-line microphone. But what it lacks in size, it makes up for in sound quality. It definitely has a coloration. Most Neumanns do color. For example, vocals, you can hear the microphone, but the presence that it adds is generally considered a pleasant sound. So it just sounds really good and rich on vocals. It has a nice high end without being brittle. A lot of entry-level condenser mics have what they call a brittle high end. It's almost too crisp. And this has a nice smooth and silky sound all around. So I use this on, I guess, probably 80% of my vocals I record on the TLM 102. I am a musician as well. I mean, first and foremost, I consider myself a musician. So I released my debut solo album last year called Pace Setter. It's not as candy-coated as all pop music. It has kind of an edge to it, and it's available on all the major channels online.